What's up, guys? Good to see you again. It's Jeff with A1 Athlete. Welcome back. I'm happy to see you today. Today we're going to talk about overtime athletes, but before we do that, if you are new to our channel, please subscribe, and if you find this video informative, please like below. Feel free to leave any constructive comments as well. Anyway, so here at A1 Athlete, we like to talk all things athlete, athletic performance, supplementation, diet, nutrition, workouts, training, resistance training, running, vertical training, anything you can think of to improve our athletic performance, our health, and our wellness. And something that is a valuable tool out there that has become very valuable is online training. They used to be, like DVDs and things like that, which are still accessible, but now it's primarily online training. And the revolution of online training, online coaching has really made it much more affordable for the average people to be able to get sport-specific training, to get individual training with a coach, whereas before you used to have to go to a physical brick and mortar gym or training facility or track or pool or whatever, and you'd have to pay for those people one-on-one, and it was quite costly, and it made it inaccessible to a lot of people. So now with this online coaching revolution, that COVID really lit a fire underneath. We've seen an explosion of that, and this company, Overtime Athletes, they've got over 1.2 million athletes that use their programs. They are incredibly thorough, very well-trained coaches at this place. I mean, they know what they're doing, and they make you feel like you are their only client. It's super cool. We've done a few of their programs, one in particular, which we will get into, but first I want to talk about the overview just of Overtime Athletes. Okay, so they've got, usually they not specifically, but initially their focus was on off-season training, right? Because they were trying to build up speed in the off-season, or vertical, or weight, or mass, or whatever, to get into the in-season performance, right? Because that's when you're really training super hard, is in the off-season. But once it started to evolve, they started to learn, we need some in-season programs as well, because people were falling off, and you can't fall off, right? So they now have both off-season programs and in-season programs. There are sport-specific programs, whether it's football, baseball, lacrosse, swimming. I mean, there's like over a dozen different sport-specific exercises, programs, both off-season and in-season. Super comprehensive. These guys, they know what they're doing. It's not just some guy that got some certification from an online thing and they decided they're a coach. No, these guys are, for the most part, former athletes, very well certified and educated. They stay up to date with all the recent evidence-based practices, which is what we like so much about Overtime Athletes, is that they're scientifically based, and they explain that to you. It's not just, hey, show up and do this workout. It's like, here's this workout we're gonna do, and we're gonna explain why we're gonna do it and how this is gonna affect your body and provide the results that you want. They also have nutrition planning available, supplementation advice, all those things for athletes. So we got the off-season and in-season training. They've got custom training programs available as well, which is super cool. But I mean, you really don't need a custom training program unless you're at a super elite level. I mean, they've got so many different programs that there is one that'll fit you for the most part. But hey, everybody's a snowflake and all that, I get it. Okay, if you want to pay the extra to get the custom program, go for it. These guys are all fantastic, but I'm telling you, any of their programs that they have, you're gonna feel like you've got a one-on-one coach. These guys are great. So these guys are also the leading online sports performance training program. Like I said before, they've got 1.2 million athletes that are participating or have participated in their programs currently. I mean, they know what they're doing. I love it. They do remote coaching primarily. They've got Overtime Athletes Pro, which is an app for your phone, which is great. I recommend the online version, getting that first so you can kind of fine tune. Use the link below. Trust me, it'll take you right where you want to go. And once you use the link below, then you can sign up for the app. They're fantastic. There are specific programs like I've talked about. I think there's like 22 or 24 different programs just off of the main page to select from, and you can talk to a trainer and they can direct you further. But they've got things like the Elite Vertical Training Academy. We're going to talk in depth about that one. Vertical jump is something we're passionate about here at A1 Athlete. So we've got the Vertical Jump Academy, athletic speed, game speed and agility, athletic strength, athlete built, which is like an all-around athlete built training comprehensive program. So you're looking for, the speed, the strength, also the aesthetics. We're all shallow to a certain extent. God knows I am. So, it'll make you look like an athlete also. And then they've got the sport specific, like we talked about, like football, baseball, lacrosse, swimming. I think there's a cricket one actually too, which is not super applicable to us Americans, but I know that we do have a lot of people from other countries, specifically our European friends, and I believe they play a lot of cricket in India as well. So anyways, feel free to check those out. These guys are awesome. They've got 61 professional athletes have used these programs through Overtime Athletes. That's in 6 different sports, 61 different professional athletes. They've had 41 draft picks, and 9 of them were in the first round. 9 first round drafted through those 6 sports, not all like in football or baseball, but it's super impressive, right? Are you kidding me? And they've had over 100 plus college commitments. So, in today's athletic world, if you're trying to compete in the sporting environment, whether your sport is football or cricket, it doesn't matter. You have to work with a professional that knows what they're doing. And that's what Overtime Athletes has done and made it so easily accessible. These guys are awesome. Again, we've got the link below. Please use the link below, because if you use our link, you will get 50% off. All right, and we're going to talk more about that in just a second. We'll be right back. Okay, so now we want to talk about the Elite Vertical Academy. This is something that we love here at A1 Athlete. We're very partial to the vertical jump, and this program in particular really tickles our fancy. We love the vertical jump here. I don't know why, maybe because it's just such a cool thing to have, and in coaching the vertical jump, you can really achieve great results. It's super cool. Anyways, so the OTA stands for Overtime Athletes. The Elite Vertical Academy is a science-backed jumping higher program. It's going to work on your lower body, but also your upper body. It's going to educate and explain to you how and why you're doing what you're doing, how it's going to work, and help you see the holistic, comprehensive approach that Overtime Athletes is talking about. So they've got different walkthroughs in the workouts. When you come in and you're going to do, you've got your breakdown of what it is you're doing, right? You're going to do squats, and you're going to do Bulgarians, and you're going to do deadlifts, and blah, 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 right? They've got a walkthrough, and you've got it with your coach to where it just makes you feel like you're there, and they address every question. It feels like you're working one-on-one with a coach, even though you're in your home garage or your gym or your basement or what have you. They do a very efficient job of making you feel like you're actually in person with a trainer. It's awesome. We've seen a lot of these programs, and a lot of people try to duplicate this, and I don't think anybody does it as well as Overtime Athletes. They do a fantastic job. It's probably why they've got over 1 million athletes training with them, right? Okay, so in addition to your program, you do have access to the coaching team. You can chat them, you can email them, there's even a phone number as well, but the chat is probably the most efficient. It's also a very versatile program. Like I talked before, there are in-season and off-season programs, and depending on what you're trying to achieve, so maybe you're trying to bulk in the off-season, there's a mass program, right? Or you're trying to get speed in the off-season, and then in-season you're trying to keep weight on, or vice versa, what have you. They've got different programs, in-season, off-season, Super, super cool. You know, in season, obviously, you'll focus a little more on recovery and stretching and maintaining your muscle balances and things like that. But it's always good to be continuing to work in season and off season, because if you neglect your training during the season, you're more likely to experience those soft tissue injuries like a hammy pull or, you know, something silly in your foot or whatever, you know. So it's important to stay on your training in and off season. The next thing about this program is it's extremely affordable. I believe it's $39.97 per month, but if you use our link below, you get 50% off. We've got a great relationship with the guys over at OTA. They love us, we love them, because they get results and we get results. We really have a great relationship with those guys. Now we want to talk about the cost. So you're at $20 a month basically for this comprehensive training program that nobody else offers. Super cool, okay? But also they've got the results, okay? There are guys that come in and do this 12-week program, guys and girls. I'm sorry, I don't mean to exclude our female athletes. You guys are just as important as us. But we have seen results of people adding 10 to 12 inches on their verticals. I mean, we had a guy do 44 inches not that long ago. I mean, he added 12 inches onto his vert. He went from 32 inches to 44 inches. That's like next freaking level. Yeah, a 44-inch freaking vertical jump. That's insane. That's awesome. We love to see that. Okay, and so during this program, it's 12 weeks. It's broken into 3 phases. The first phase is 4 weeks. It's activation, okay? 4 weeks, activation. Phase 2, absorption, okay, where you're gonna learn to absorb, all right? Absorb and bounce. And then 3, propulsion, explode up. Super, super cool. Each one is 4 weeks, all right? 3 phases. This training program is for any athlete out there who's looking to be more explosive. The vertical jump is something that's so crucial to all athletes, whatever sport it is, whether it's baseball or basketball or cricket, what have you, it doesn't matter. This is so important, especially for our young athletes that are learning how to properly, you know, use their muscles in their body, you know, learning at a young age to explode, you know, and to properly use your vertical. It's amazing. And these coaches and the feedback that the coaches provide you is so great. I mean, it's for the money, it's like nothing I've seen before. I mean, you used to have to go and spend thousands of dollars to have a one-on-one coach at a specific facility. You'd have to drive all the way over there, you know, sit in traffic after school or after work or super early in the morning just to go do this. And it costs you a bunch of money. Now we can do it on our phones, on our computers, at our homes, in our backyards, on our tracks at the high school down the street. We can go to a facility if we want, and that's one of the cool things about this program. Most of the programs that OTA has don't require a lot of equipment, okay? Most of them do require some weights and medicine balls, etc. This one, though, in specific, the Elite Vertical Academy here at Overtime Athletes does not require any weights. Okay, so there is a body weight program available. So if you are somewhere in a gym desert, if you will, or a weight desert, that's okay. You can still crush your vert. All right, we can do that. All right, there is a body weight program available. However, they do recommend that you have access to a weight room. If you don't have access to a weight room, you can use the body weight program. Okay, but the regular program, it does recommend you have access to a weight room. You'll want some things that they've got some, you know, like, up on a box, or maybe there's a kettlebell work or some medicine ball stuff. There is some stuff where you're using some dumbbells, etc. Not a lot though, just a little bit. So it's easier if you have access to a weight room. Okay, again, here at A1 Athlete, we hope that you found this video informative. I really hope that you guys will click the link below and check out Overtime Athletes. They're the best in online coaching programs out there. They've got the DVDs available if you don't want to do it online. I believe that probably where we are in our society as a whole, we've got internet connection in most parts of the world. So my guess is most of you will use the online, and that's perfect because you can have a subscription. It's month to month. You can subscribe when you're off season, unsubscribe during season, or like I recommend, subscribe year round for off season and in season, because if you are a true athlete, you train 365, baby. We don't take any days off here at A1 Athlete. Anyways, great to see you guys again. Please, if you have not already, subscribe to our channel below. If you found this video informative, please like it. I hope to see you guys back at the next one. Thanks for stopping by.